Have you ever tried explaining AI to a 5-year-old? It's like trying to catch a greased-up piglet at a county fair. Slippery, messy, and no one's really sure who's having a good time. You start with, "It's a computer that thinks like a human." But then the kid asks, "Does it also eat ice cream like a human?" And suddenly you're in a philosophical debate with a kindergartner. AI, or artificial intelligence, is like a multi-layered onion, or a chocolate cake with a surprise filling, or a Rubik's Cube that's also a transformer. It's complex and multifaceted, and just when you think you've cracked it, it shifts and presents a new challenge. But that's what makes it exciting, right? It's a never-ending puzzle, a continual chase after that greased-up piglet. One of the latest entrants in this high-stakes game of tag is Google's Gemini 1.5, a next-generation AI model that's been turning heads and ruffling feathers in the tech world. It can process vast amounts of information across various modalities, and outperforms its predecessor on 87% of benchmarks. But what does this mean for the average Joe or Jane? Well, imagine being able to ask your computer to write a short story, design a logo, or even compose a song all on its own. Sounds like science fiction, doesn't it? But that's the power of AI. It's like having a super smart, super creative, super productive colleague who never takes a coffee break. But just like that piglet, once you get a hold of it, you realize it's not as scary as it seems. It's just a little complicated. And that's where Gemini 1.5 comes in. Imagine having a personal assistant who doesn't just remind you to buy milk, but also explains quantum physics to you while you're scrubbing dishes. That's Gemini 1.5 for you. Welcome to the brave new world of AI, where your digital buddy doesn't just handle your mundane tasks, but can also engage you in a deep discussion about the mysteries of the universe. We're talking about Gemini 1.5, Google's latest AI model that's breaking boundaries and redefining what we thought was possible. Imagine this. You're hosting a dinner party, and one of your guests starts talking about the intricacies of Picasso's Cubist period. You don't have a clue about it, do you? Well, Gemini 1.5 can come to your rescue. It can process vast amounts of data, including text and images, and give you a quick yet detailed rundown of Cubism, making you sound like an art connoisseur. Or picture this. You're chatting with a friend from Italy, and they send you a message in Italian. You don't speak a word of Italian, but guess what? Gemini 1.5 does. It can translate languages in a jiffy, turning ciao, come stai, into hello, how are you? Faster than you can say pizza, and it doesn't stop there. Gemini 1.5 has a knack for generating quotes from transcripts. So, next time you're watching a movie and can't remember that iconic dialogue, Gemini 1.5 can pull it up for you. It might even add, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn," just for the fun of it. But let's not forget, it's not all rainbows and unicorns. As with any AI, there's the potential for misuse. So, while Gemini 1.5 could be a great conversation starter at parties, it's important to use it responsibly. So next time you're stuck in a conversation about the quantum entanglement theory, just ask your Gemini 1.5. It might even crack a joke or two to lighten the mood. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I don't want to be replaced by a robot. Well, don't worry. Gemini 1.5 isn't here to take over. It's here to help. Let's take a moment to dispel some of those sci-fi-induced fears. You see, Gemini 1.5 isn't a job-stealing, world-dominating evil robot. It's more like a super-smart, multi-talented digital helper. Picture this. You're struggling with a complex physics problem or a cryptic crossword puzzle. Who comes to the rescue? Gemini 1.5, that's who. It's like having a genius friend who loves to help out and never gets tired. I know, you're thinking, what about creativity? Machines can't possibly understand art or write poetry. Well, buckle up, because Gemini 1.5 can not only understand drawings but also translate languages. It's like having Picasso, Shakespeare, and Einstein rolled into one, and at your beck and call no less. Now let's address that elephant in the room. Job security. While it's true that AI like Gemini 1.5 can perform certain tasks more efficiently, it doesn't mean it's here to snatch away your livelihood. Think of it as delegating the boring, repetitive stuff so you can focus on what truly matters. It's about working smarter, not harder. Still not convinced? Let's put a humorous spin on it. Imagine Gemini 1.5 as your personal stand-up comedian, always ready with a witty one-liner or a hilarious joke to brighten your day. Who wouldn't want that kind of positivity in their lives? So instead of fearing the AI revolution, let's embrace it. Let's welcome the assistance, the efficiency, and the opportunities that Gemini 1.5 brings. Let's harness its potential to learn, grow, and make our lives better. So, instead of running for the hills, Why not embrace the AI revolution? After all, who wouldn't want a personal assistant who can explain quantum physics while reminding you to buy milk?